What is going on, guys? KrysticMusic here. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome. We're glad to have you. Today we're going to be looking at how to make a trap like drop, trap step, whatever you want to call it. Today we're going to be looking at one of my songs that I'm currently working on, and we're going to see how exactly what complements what, how to do what, how my drops look, how you can make them look, stuff like that. So I'm going to just show you the first drop right here, and then we're going to talk about it. So here we go. Alright, you guys, so that's the drop. So we're gonna talk about it now. The build-up is obviously gonna be in a different video, but I wanted to focus on more of like the bass being the choppiest parts, as you can see by the bass, and I wanted the snare to equalize that and just not be as choppy as the bass. So talking about the drop right here, right now, the bass, I wanted it to feel like not more of an EDM, but a trap style, bass beats. So instead of, the regular 1, 2, 3, 4 count, like bass, 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 bass every beat, I wanted it to kind of make it like hip hop ish, so to speak. So, and then I added the sub with it. So layering the sub under the bass is what I like to do, and I put a little bit of sidechain on it. I'll make a how to make a sidechain video in another video. But anyways, I got my sidechain right here. Everyone's linked to this sidechain. Basically, the sidechain is just the sub bass like that, so everything is bouncing off. But in this case, for my sub bass, not like the party sub bass, this one right here. This one is linked to the bass right here. So the sub bass, I linked it to the bass kicks. So on every sub bass hit, like for example, I'll make a dramatic. And what that does is it leaves space for the drum kick to come in. Otherwise, it's just going to clash and it's going to sound dirty, and you don't want it to sound dirty, especially in a big drop like this. And then this one, this sound is just another bass, but I wanted it to make it contrast. And I put it at a lower volume in the mix because this isn't going to be the thing that you hear. This isn't going to be the thing that you hear. It's going to be the thing that makes you bob your head. You understand? Like, so it's going to be that sidechain underneath. And I like doing this because it's EDM underneath the trap style beat, and no one's doing that. So I thought, why not? There's no limits to music. And basic snare, crash. I didn't add any hi-hats for this one. I should add it in this break right here, but we're going to talk about that later. And now to get to the part where everyone's waiting for, all this stuff. All right, so let me just undo this. All right, so this is the drop, how it's looking. This right here is the low horn stab right here, and this one is the high. A little bit higher, a little bit more meteor, a little bit more reverb. Together they sound like this. So I left that in there. And then this right here is my stab, the leading stab that you hear, the meaty part of it. So it's important to pick a sound that you like, that you vibe with as your main, drop sound. And you want it to be in the same key as, your build-up. So the listener can hear they're on the same vibe. It's just chopped up and it's more hype. So that's what I went for with this. And I talked about this before, it's really important that you use, or you don't have to, but it's really popular right now to use the callback technique. So for example, this is the call and then this is the answer. So together it sounds like this. Let's take this one off. So as you can tell, this one starts off and then this one finishes. And then this is just a flute, high flute. It kind of sounds like, you know, Japanese, whatever you want to call it. It adds the hip hop to it. Together it sounds like this. So it gives it more room. And then this, I'm going to actually put this one above this one. This is actually a sound that you will not hear in the mix. You won't hear over the beat, but you'll hear it in the background. And by itself, it sounds total trash. But with these, it sounds actually pretty good. So here it is by itself. So I added a lot to it. Without all this stuff, it sounds, I'm not going to say worse, but I actually made the sound. You can actually use that in like a dubstep type track, but I wanted to make it trappy, so I added all this. And I made this in Serum, actually. I made this in Serum. I believe I made it. Yeah, the metallic. So that's how it sounds. And with, by itself, you can tell it doesn't sound that great, but with everything, it sounds like this. And as you can tell, it sounds like sick AF. And I put it at a -26, is way, way lower than all the rest. But you can still hear it, but it's not overwhelming. And I actually am thinking about panning it to one of the sides, either left or right, but that's up for debate. And then this right here is another element. It's another callback. You see this empty space. You're always going to have empty space when you're dealing with a complex drop like this. So here we have the call, and then we have the answer. But there's nothing really right here, so it's just complete silence. I wanted there to be no silence, but I didn't want it to be chaotic at the same time. So this right here is actually just 3 simple notes in key, and it's not the same like rhythm or anything, but it's pan left and right, so you get that feel. So here it is by itself. So together, it sounds like this. And then you go to the call. So it's pleasing to hear, and it's panning left and right. Let me see if I can get that for you guys. It's panning left and right slightly. I didn't want to go too much. As you can see, it rises to the left, rises to the right. It's not chopped up. I wanted it to rise. Otherwise, it sounds forced and doesn't really sound that great. But yeah, that is the drop, and that's how I made this drop. And I will show you a video on me making a drop live, but I just wanted to show you what a drop looked like first, because I didn't want to just throw you into a video like that. I wanted you guys to get like a little glimpse on what it should look like, on what it can look like. And you know, don't be afraid to do stuff that no one's ever done before, no one's doing. You know, make your music unique. Like for example, here's an EDM type drop right here into a trap drop, and it sounds like this. And then the second drop is I don't know. I didn't want to get into the second drop right now in this video, but I think I'm just gonna do it anyways. I'm still working on the second drop, that's why I didn't want to do it. But this is just one idea that I'm probably not going to use. It's just everywhere, but that's what I wanted the second drop to be. I wanted the second drop to be a headbanger crazy, but this is how it sounds by itself. And I wanted it, this is the drop. So as you can tell, it's just this over and over. It's not like this where it has a bunch of different sequences, bunch of different notes. This is just over and over, and then I wanted to switch it up here. Oh, I also forgot to mention about the first drop. between the first and the second, I put this up the octave. I put this up an octave, so it's not the same thing. That's another thing that you can do when the second part of the drop hits. You can do something easy like that, and it sounds pleasing to the ear. Now back to this. It's the same callback, but I wanted to go crazy. I added 2 new sounds right here. So it sounds like kind of a festival trap. And then right here, I added a vocal, which is right here. I added a vocal, so it sounds like this. And that vocal right there just tells you that get ready, because it's gonna freaking go crazy. But that's a second drop. I won't get too much into it because honestly, I'm probably gonna change it. But that's basically it, guys. Thank you. I didn't want to make this too long. I just wanted to let you know what kind of arrangement, you know, it has. And then these are just vocal samples that I'm messing with. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section down below. That's it for me, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. KrysticMusic, and I'll see you later. See ya.